Can you go to Disneyland or Disney parks in general too much? This is going to be a really sensitive subject for a lot of key holders and annual pass holders, but we're going to dive into it up next on OG 55.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to all who come to this happy place,
welcome to Orange Grove 55.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of OG 55. I'm flying solo today. We are going to talk about whether or not you can go to Disneyland too much. Too much, okay? This has been a topic discussed amongst fan circles for a long time. And I want to break it down. I think it's an important one, actually, a really, really important one. So there was a tweet by Mr. LA King Steve, and Mr. Steve says here, Disneyland was never meant to be a place just to go and have dinner and shop. That's the mall's job. I get the allure of just being in the park, but that attitude is everything what's wrong with the current AP culture. Steve, I've been singing this song for a long time, brother. And I agree with you. I think this is the problem with the AP culture. I really do. And it's been this way for, I don't know, I've been in the community now for 20 plus years. Believe it or not, I have been. And I've noticed that this AP culture is really the root of a lot of the issues with the fandom. Okay. Look, good things are good things, but when you do good things too much, they lose their value, their kind of specialness, right? Like, for example, I love cheesecake, okay? Your boy OG loves cheesecake. But look, I don't have cheesecake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If I had cheesecake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I would probably get sick of cheesecake, or I would start to analyze the cheesecake to an unhealthy degree, right? That's what kind of happens when you do something too much. You start to nitpick that thing because you become bored, you become jaded, right? That's what happens when people go to the parks. And I see, like, I'm not calling any content creator out by name, but I watch videos, man. And I see these content creators saying, like, I'm at the parks like 3 and 4 days a week, or it's been like a full 24 hours and I haven't been to Disneyland. I'm like, okay, like, like it's only been a day, bro. Like, you know, that's not, in my opinion, that's not healthy. It just isn't. I think that you can love these places and go less. And I think that it would benefit you as a person, because look, here's the thing. When you go so much, right, the place loses its shine. It loses the value. It becomes like going to the post office, or like going to the mall, or I don't know, like going to your local deli or something. It's no longer this special thing. When Walt Disney created these places, you know, this park, he didn't intend for it to be this hangout for locals, you know, 3, 4, 5 days a week. It was meant to be sort of a destination, even for locals. Even if you're a Californian, it was meant to be a destination, meant to be a once in a while kind of thing. Okay, just like cheesecake, just like chocolate cake, just like cannolis, just like anything good in life, you don't want to overdo it. Moderation is the key. And when you overdo something, you start to get sick of it, and you start to become jaded, and you start to nitpick that thing. Sound familiar, fandom? Sound familiar? Okay, that's what's going on here. So when we look on the internet and we see a bunch of magic key holders nitpicking the shit out of Disneyland Resort. Oh man, I was walking down Main Street and I saw there was a scratch on the paint that was this long, you know, or I saw a light bulb that was burnt out. Oh my God. When you see people start doing this is the product of going too much. People that go once a year or once every 5 years, or tourists or what have you, that treat this as like a vacation, that they don't have that same behavior. They're not like on the lookout for chip paint and any kind of peeling this or chipped that or light bulb burnt out. They're not looking for any of that. They're there to have fun. They're there to experience the park because look, this is magical to them. This is the first time they've been there, or the first time they've been there in 5 years or a decade or whatever it is. Okay. It's a different kind of energy. And look, I've experienced this myself. Okay, I've experienced this myself. I recently went on the Disney Wonder, the Disney cruise, first time on a Disney cruise. And that first time I felt that magic again that I haven't felt in the parks for a long time. Because why? Well, I'm at the parks all the time. It's where the magic has worn off on me. But the Disney cruise was brand new. It was brand new. And boy, did I notice it. When I hit that cruise line, oh my God, I was immersed in the magic. Same went for the Walt Disney Studio Tour in Burbank. When I did that a few years ago, the magic was palpable, okay? It was a special experience. Why? Because I'm not there every fucking week. I'm not there every month. It's a special thing. There is something to be said about not going so much. Okay, and I get the allure, like Steve says. I get the desire and the interest in going all the time. You got this annual pass. You want to go as much as you can. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to do that. You do you, boo. You do what you want to do. That's fine. But just understand that the caveat and the downside to that and to that magic-y culture is that the more you go, the more jaded and bored you're going to get. It's a reality. It is an absolute reality. The more you go, the more bored and jaded you're going to get. There is a reason why when someone is a Disneylander and they visit Walt Disney World for their first time, they're like, oh my God, this is like amazing. When you see Walt Disney Worlders coming over to Disneyland for their first time, it's the same thing. Oh my God, this is amazing. Right? It's amazing. Or when you see a Disney person in general go over to Universal even. Oh my God, Universal is great. Why? Because that's a new thing. It's fresh. It has shine to it. You can go to these places too often. It kills the specialness. It kills the magic. And I hate using that word magic because it is kind of cheesy sometimes. I get it, but it's true though. It's absolutely true. You can absolutely kill the magic by going way too much. I go to Disneyland Resort about once a month, and I think that that's excessive. I'll be real with you guys. I think that's excessive. I think I go too much. And even once a month has kind of tarnished the specialness of these parks. I couldn't imagine going 3 and 4 times a week. Are you kidding me? How do you even enjoy these places anymore at that point? Like I said, to kind of bring it back full circle, like it's like the dessert, analogy, right? Like cheesecake and chocolate cake, both of those desserts are fucking fantastic. But if I'm going to have chocolate cake, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, well, I'm probably going to start getting a stomachache. I'm probably going to start maybe not liking it so much because I'm just having it too much. So yeah, Steve is absolutely correct. You can absolutely go too much. And when I rail against this locals culture, this locals Magic Key annual pass culture, I'm not anti-local. I am a local. I'm a Californian. I grew up, born and raised Southern Californian, baby. I love California. I love Disneyland. But when I'm railing against that culture, it's because I think that it does diminish the magic of these places. They were not designed to be a local mall. They were not designed to be this everyday thing that you go to like your post office or like your local supermarket. Okay, Disneyland was designed to be a very special kind of place and more of a destination, even if you're a Californian. Okay, even if you're a Californian and a local, it was meant to be more of a destination and not meant to be visited so frequently. And this introduction of the AP in the 80s has really, really challenged, I think, fandom quite a bit. And I think it's been, look, there's been a lot of upsides to the AP culture. Absolutely. The sense of community, sense of family. Absolutely. That's a thing. And that's fantastic. But there's also been this darker side of creating really bored, jaded fans. And that's also a real thing. And it's a real big fucking problem. Okay, it's a real big fucking problem. But I want to know what you guys think about this whole thing. Can you go to Disney parks too much? I think the answer is a big fat yes. But a lot of people don't agree. They think, I'm going to go every day. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. I'm going to go every day. Hey, that's all good. But in my opinion, I think that has damaged the parks, and I think it's damaged kind of like fans in general, because it really does create a jaded fan base. But what do you guys think? Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. This is totally not a controversial topic, right? Right? I'm not going to get any heat for this one, right? Nah, we'll see. Down below, comment. Would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for supporting OG55. And look out for more content from myself, my brothers, Vash Sky, Disney Family Man 23. We got a lot of stuff planned for you coming up. Thank you so much for supporting OG55. As always, have a wonderful, wonderful day.